All right, so today in this talk, what we're going to be talking about is breaking free from the key person syndrome, everything relying on you, to how to build a system, not just leaders. So, again, what's going to happen with this is that's going to help you to go from all being about you, all being about others, to others who help you succeed and help you achieve the greatness because they're just joining you. So, here's a question. What happens if your key person quits tomorrow? What will happen to your company? What, yeah. So, uh, would it come to a screaming halt? Would it keep going? Something that's really awesome is our course. What we're going to do is we're going to help develop you. So whether you're a technician in our company or whether you're someone in a different level of management or leadership, realizing that there's ways to where we can go ahead, rise up, help people succeed because we're stepping up and we're learning how to lead and how to help others achieve stuff. So here is an interesting thing is that too many companies simply just rely on key people. Uh, we call them heroes, which is really awesome, really great, but it can actually make it to where it's hard for that company to succeed and to grow. And here's some things that you're going to learn in this course. We're going to talk about the 3 levels of sustainable leadership, from hero syndrome to growth, how to document the process and create a cross-training platform for employees, and practical steps for your future proofing. So, in this video right here that we're hitting up, where does your company status? Are you, number one, relying on the heroes to do it all? Or are you using a partial systemization to where it's clearly documented and processed? Or are you running with scalability to where anybody can step in and see what to do, how to do it with a very quick process and a very simple way of doing it? So we're going to be having you, this is about not waiting until it's too late. It's about taking action right now on how to create those systems and those greatness. And this, again, is going to help you break free from the key person syndrome into having a team and a system. So if you happen to lose the key opportunity person in your company, you're still able to succeed, still able to grow because you've done it and you've avoided the danger of the key person syndrome. You've avoided that. You've done really good. And so here is a scenario. Imagine your most skilled person suddenly quits or get due. Does the company keep going and succeeding and growing because you have the systems and the processes in place? Or does everything just stop? So here's a little bit of a shocking stat for you guys. And it is 60% of businesses struggle significantly when a person leaves because the person's processes are not documented. So in our company, something that we're asking of you guys is every now and then we're going to say, hey, can you write that in our UBS? So can you write that in our system? And so what's really awesome that happens is, some days, what if you just happen to have brain fog? You can actually revisit the UBS and you can be like, oh, here's how that process is done. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so what that will enable us to do, because we have our systems documented to where someone can quickly see how to succeed in our company and what are the processes that it takes to help that job duty succeed and do well, is it just helps the natural flow of everything, of people succeeding because they know what to do. And that is an awesome thing about it. So, employee engagement question. Have you ever been in a company where one person held all the knowledge? And what happened when that person left? So, a good thing about a company that maybe one person holds all the knowledge, other than the owner, is that, again, it's not all owner reliant, but it's still not its perfectly flowing system. Our goal is how to help you guys succeed to achieve by having people document processes on a daily basis, and then you implement it into your system. It's clearly understood how to do it. And with AI, sometimes even someone, they can be on the phone with the client and quickly do a search and find out an amazing example of how to handle that. And another thing that's awesome is role playing can happen, and your team can know by the role playing of what exactly you would do because they've seen you doing it in front of them through role playing. And so what role playing is for example, it would be a client calling up and saying, hey, this was missed. I'm so sorry. We would love to come out and fix that for you and also do these other things. Because again, we want to add value. It might actually be a time to where someone might be like, well, and then start listing off stuff that we weren't even supposed to do, but could actually be a value added that we offer them that additional service because they realize and they see, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking too small. Maybe I should have been thinking bigger. And so, it's awesome having those structures, those processes in place with Pink Power Brains that, people are able to just go ahead and know what to do because it's documented, it's processed. They see it happening in action and, it's repetitive. Now, it can be 5 generations of people training other people in the right way because the process is clearly understood. So, what we're going to be talking about on this is the 3 levels of sustainable leadership. And this part right here that we're getting into is kind of the core of what it is for it. So, to scale companies successfully, leaders must shift from individual dependence to process dependence. So they got to shift from it all being about themselves to how do they help it to where other people succeed and learn how to grow and do it. And what's really awesome again is that some of that really helps is by simply every now and then asking someone, hey, in this process, let's go ahead, review our UBS, review how we're doing it, and having them modify things. And maybe there's a couple things that you may need to add. But what I've found in our company to be true is that when I ask someone to do that, 95% of the stuff is amazing. And there's just a couple things that I'm like, oh, we've grown, we've expanded. And so we're going to shift just a little bit this other way. So, again, level 1, it is the hero leadership. So the hero leadership is to where, that person is leading it. They know how to do everything, but maybe they have an issue delegating. That has its pros and it has many cons. The company relies on 1 or 2 key people to handle the critical task. So, for example, you can have it at that point that a lot of people understand how to go ahead and do the day-to-day stuff. But what if someone calls in upset? So you want to have it to where more and more people can just hit your system, understand how to do it. So that way, if it's their first day on the job and someone calls them with the awkward situation, they can just look it right up and it enables them to do so much better. So when you don't have that, though, you risk the burnout, bottlenecks, and the lack of scalability. Because again, you want it to where you can bring people in. And here's the problem. If the hero's gone, the company struggles or fails. Want to avoid that? We're going to help you get through that one. So level 2 is tribal knowledge. It's the partial systemization. And so tribal knowledge, it's passed down verbally, person to person, which does create a nice flow. It helps people understand a little bit about what's going on. And but here is some of the things. Some documentation and cross-train tasks exist, but the key process still lives in people's heads. So, when you have the tribal knowledge, it's being passed down, but it's just in someone's head and it's passed to someone else's head. So it simply relies on how good the memory of the person before is and how good the person after is to help it succeed or grow. The risk is a few key people leave at once, things fall apart. So, we've had it in the past that before we were established in setting it up, we would have people that they would leave and they didn't necessarily have their exact system and process documented. They weren't following the Pink Power way sometimes. And then the next client, the client that they were servicing would wonder, well, why are things different? Things would be off for them. And that's because as leadership, we failed to have things clearly documented. And again, what you want to do is you want to transition leaders by having them begin to write down their expertise and training others. So a level 3 system, what it does is it's a system-driven growth, the scalable model. So, for example, McDonald's is a great example of a scalable thing. You walk in any McDonald's in the world, it's going to taste pretty much the same. You're going to have about the same service level. The systems, they're all written down, they're processed, they're done, to where it can be clearly understood. And every major function has a documented process and at least two people who can do it. So the cool thing is during that tribal leadership level, maybe you're at that, having people documenting the process. And then what happens is you get to transition to having things documented, written down, at least two people understand how to do it. And something that's really cool also is that makes it so much easier to transition someone else in and out of those different key roles. So that way, if someone is not resonating with the role and things are documented properly, it makes it easy for the next person to hop in and do great. So the result is the company runs smoothly. And even when the key people leave, it can still go great. So definition of leave could be someone goes on a 2-week vacation, and because you got the processes written down, everyone understands what to do. It keeps the things going great. And so here's going to be an outcome. You'll have sustainable growth with less stress for leadership. Oh, isn't that what we all want, is sustainable growth with less stress? And that's simply because you asked people to go ahead and do these steps that we're about to go ahead and cover. So what does your company currently fall on this scale? Go ahead and drop a number in the chat or email me, caleb@pinkpowerbrands.com. I'll be happy to go ahead and interact with you, talk to you. Drop us a message. If you want to hit like, subscribe, comment on this video, awesome. And Pink Power is a pest control home cleaning company in Dayton, Ohio. We service from Springboro, Ohio to Sydney, Ohio, and we offer cleaning and pest control for homes and offices. We are the best cleaning and pest control company in the Dayton, Ohio area. You can look at our Google reviews, and you can visit us, pinkpower.com, to see the way that we can help you enjoy the gift of a clean space. It is awesome to see every single day the number of lives, the number of people that we get positive comments from. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys a positive comment that we got just today. And what I really love is every day we're sharing with our company and our people the reviews and the testimonials that the clients are having. So right here, today's actually everyone got amazing reviews. And one of the ones that stuck out to me was from Greg. A complete and outstanding job. If I could give it more stars, I would. Thank you so much, Greg. And, it's so awesome. Linda mentioned about Molly. Thank you for all your help. Michael said everything looks good. We got these reviews that we're getting every single day, comments that are positive about the pest control and cleaning that our teammates are doing. And it's awesome to see the stuff. It's so neat with our teammates, seeing how they engage with us on the positive reviews that they get, the amazing differences that they can make in people's showers and people's bathrooms. People walking in just to enjoy the gift of a clean space, and they get to relax because they have a clean space. That's what we do all the time here at Pink Power Pest Control, Pink Power Cleaning. We give people the gift of enjoying a clean space. So what you're going to do, we have some interactive questions here that, message me, caleb@pinkpower.com. You can drop it into the Slack, our group channel. Let us know what the things are. So you're going to think, pair, and share exercise. So with this, identify one task or process in your company that relies too much on one person. Especially if you're part of our Pink Power team, let us know. What do you think might be one thing that relies too much on one person? The next question. So if you've written down one thing that relies too much on one person, here you go. How could you document or train others to do it? So do you think your way of documenting would be video? Would it be writing it out? Would it be a screen grab? There's a myriad other ways. There's some softwares that you can download to your computer that will record your clicks. Is that the style that you guys prefer? And what is the biggest risk area in your company if a key person leaves? So you might be asking, Caleb, how's that different than the one of identify a task or process in your company that relies too much on one person? Well, simply, one person might be owning multiple things, and so that's how it's different. So what do you think might be with us? What's one risk area in our company if a key person leaves? What could be our issue? And here's some different style questions, the thought-driven questions. Again, what's one way to start documenting the critical process today? So, if you guys see that with us, that maybe you're like, hey guys, you're missing. So our current thing when people document a process, what we encourage them first is visit the UBS. We have the folders for the main categories. So client onboarding, teammate, HR, we want you guys to open the document, create it in that subfolder of the subfolder inside there. That works out great. And then once you start creating that process, you're going to go ahead and share it with your key leader after you've written everything down. We'll look at it. We'll adjust, make sure that you've done amazing. Again, 95% of it's already perfect. So, but what in a process could be improved? We'd love to know that. How could you make cross-training part of the company culture? So, even if all you are, and I don't mean all you are, even if what you are is a technician in the field, there's key things that you see that we can improve, that we could do better. Yeah, I'd love to know. Message me, Caleb at pinkpower.com. Drop a message in the chat. You can visit our website, pinkpowerbrands.com, Pink Power Cleaning, Pink Power Pest Control. Guys, we're the best cleaning and pest control company in Dayton, Ohio. We service from Springboro, Ohio to Sydney, Ohio. We clean in Troy. We do pest control in Tip City. We're the best cleaning and pest control company in Tip City, Ohio. And also, something I'd love to know is what's a potential challenge of shift from a key person model to a system-driven model? So where is possibly where we're going to have an issue of shifting away from just one person knowing how to do it to many people? Keep me updated. Let me know. And so what we're going to be talking about is building a resilient business. So we're going to right now go ahead and go into the 3 steps to reduce the key person risk. So first one is we want to create a process, documentation, write down the key workflows in a simple, repeatable way. So what that looks like is by having created a process that's written down in a simple, repeatable way, is it just helps people to understand what to do. They can visit it, and day after day, it's the exact same thing. It's awesome. So cross-training employees. We want to make sure at least 2 people can handle every essential task. And with that, we're going to need your help on how to do it. Who do you think would be amazing people in it? Message me, Caleb at pinkpower.com. Go ahead and drop it in the chat below. We'd love to hear how you got your plan for how to do that. And then using technology to automate, implement systems, strategic operation procedures, the CRM, which is customer relationship management tool, and checklists to streamline the workflow. So something that's really awesome is that we can set up different time intervals to touch out and reach base with people. And sometimes it's going to be like, hey, go ahead and Slack this person. Or sometimes it's text message or email or call or visit. There's so many great ways that we can utilize tools. What are some of the ones that you think we could do to do better? Love to know that. So here is a mini leadership challenge. Choose one key function in our business or in your business to document and cross-train this week. And then also go ahead and find out who is someone to shadow in those key areas that can make a difference. So, for example, as a technician, it's going to be a little bit different on how you can do that. But I can guarantee you there's other people that are interested in finding out your knowledge base, your greatness, and where you could just, in your style way, you could have it to where they shadow you. It could be remotely or it could be in person, and they could find out. What this will do is this will be future-proofing our business. This will be helping us succeed. And here is a great quote. If your business depends on you, you don't have a business. You have a job. By Michael Gerber. And so with Pink Power, what we want to do is we want to set up systems and processes that it helps you guys also go from having a job to being part of the system, being part of the success. So that way, if there happens to be a time that maybe you hit a little bit of a down point, maybe you have an unexpected health emergency, you're able to take the time, shift into that, and then come back and be amazing afterwards. So, what's one step you'll take this week to move from key person dependency to scalable person? I'd like to go ahead and if you want to share your takeaways with me, I would love that so much. Drop me a message, caleb@pinkpower.com. Another way to do it is via Slack, text message. We want to find out what are the things that you feel like are amazing. And what we have in our next training coming up is a segment. It's called Delegation Mastery and how to empower leaders without micromanaging. And so at Pink Power, our goal is to help you guys succeed, help you guys achieve. Pink Power Pest Control, Pink Power Cleaning is one of the best cleaning companies in Dayton, Ohio. We service from Springboro, Ohio to Sydney, Ohio. We are based out of Troy, Ohio. And we even hit the small markets like Casstown, Ohio, Washington Township, Kettering. It is amazing to see all the great reviews that people in those cities are enjoying the gift of clean because their home is pest-free and clean, and they get to enjoy their weekends. They get to enjoy their nights because we do amazing work. Our teammates are amazing. They're doing great work. And with us, we want to say thank you guys for watching. It is exciting to see how people are succeeding. People are achieving greatness because of simple, small steps, one step at a time. And again, this series is going through the process. And right now we're kind of helping on the UBS. So thank you for watching.